Elsewhere Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said, فَمَنْ تَبِعَ هُدَايَ فَلَا خَوْفٌ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا هُمْ يَحْزَنُونَ. And whomsoever follows my guidance, and whomsoever follows the guidance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then there shall be no sadness for him. He will not feel any grief. He will not fear, and he will not fall into any sadness. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has informed us of those affairs. And that is the affair of guidance, that if you were to hold on to it, that you will not grieve, that you will not fear, you will not go astray, and you will not fall into distress. It is the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Siratul Mustaqim. This is that path. Clinging to the Sharia of Allah is to follow that straight path, that Siratul Mustaqim that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has commanded us with. And that which the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam, that he left his ummah upon. قَدْ تَرَكْتُكُمْ عَلَى الْبَيْضَاءِ. I have left you upon clear proof, a clear white plain, as he said sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And that is the path of those whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has bestowed his bounty. From amongst the Nabiyyin, wa Siddiqeen, wa Shuhada'i, wa Salihin, wa Hasuna ulaika rafiqa. And that is the path of the prophets. It is the path of those who truly and staunchly believe in the revelation, the Siddiqeen. Wa Shuhada, they are the martyrs who sacrifice their lives in the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And they are the Salihin, they are the righteous, obedient to Allah, pious, who avoid the sins and they hate to disobey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They are the Salihin. And what, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said, and what a fine companionship that is. That is the path that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has commanded us with. And whatever opposes the guidance of the book and the sunnah, then those are the pathways of those whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is angry with. And those who have gone astray, Allah is angry with them because they knew the truth. And then they opposed it. And they fought against it. And they opposed the messengers. And they differed with their scholars. Then there are those who went astray because they had no knowledge, they had no ilm, they didn't study, they didn't learn. Yet they acted upon their desires and their personal opinions upon jahl and ignorance. So these are the paths of the Jews and the Christians. So Allah is angry with the Jews because they knew the truth and they abandoned it. And Allah led the Christians astray because they had no knowledge, yet they followed their desires. And like them is the path of those who resemble them from this ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, from the people of bid'ah, from the people of desires, from the sinners who don't take admonition. So we have in this ummah those who resemble the Jews. They know the truth, yet they turn their back upon it. They know the haqq, they know the kitab, they know the sunnah, they know the sharia. They know that which Allah has commanded them with, yet they do not wish to follow it. And we have in this ummah likewise those who resemble the Christians, those who act without knowledge and they are misguided. Allah has commanded the Muslims, all of them, to follow this sharia. This sharia that is holistic, it is complete. There is no need to add anything to it or to remove anything from it. This is the sharia that was revealed to Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. This is the sharia and this is the law of Allah, the book and the sunnah, the ijma' of the Sahaba radiyallahu anhum. It is this that if one was to hold on to it, then Allah will honor him. And those from this ummah who follow this path, Allah will honor them. And it was Umar ibn al-Khattab radiyallahu anhu. He said we were a lowly and disgraced people. Then Allah honored us with Islam. So whenever we seek honor in other than Islam, Allah will humiliate us. Our humiliation, my brothers and sisters, is in following other than al-Islam, other than the deen that was sent to Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam and that was perfected and completed at his hands. If you choose to follow a path other than that path, and that path is a path of destruction and misguidance.